I am not very good at video games, and I'll own that fact. So video games have always been a small part of my life in one way or another. From playing GoldenEye on the N64 with my best friend, to playing Fusion Frenzy on the original Xbox at sleepovers, to getting chased by a giant stone crocodile in Indiana Jones and the Emperor's Tomb, which I usually played alone and in my basement, leading to repeated nightmares and probably lasting psychological damage. Oh, did I say that out loud? But winning or succeeding in video games in any way has never been a talent of mine. So that's why I always played with my friends, and usually pretended that I wasn't taking the game seriously, or that I wasn't trying, so that they wouldn't suspect me of just being terrible. Yeah, I don't even really care. Just, oh, you killed me. What am I gonna do? Oh, what's this button do? Seriously though, what does it do? Just, oh, it's crouch. Duh. Just kidding though. Oh, you got me again. Gosh. Man, if I was actually trying. What if I was actually this bad? Like, if I was really trying and I was this bad, what would that feel like, you know? Yeah, it would be embarrassing, yeah. And eventually in high school and now in college, I've kind of stopped playing video games much at all, because my friends just don't really have time for it anymore. Which is good for me, because I certainly haven't improved over the years. However, this week, as part of my job, I hosted an event where we were playing Wii. I guess I kind of assumed that I myself wouldn't have to play, but then my friend challenged me to a race in Mario Kart, and I had to defend my honor. It's just obligatory, you know. It's the rules of the game, the rules of life, you know. But for some strange reason, I started bragging about how good I was at this game. And I was kind of joking, but also there was a part of me that legitimately thought that I had some kind of skill in racing games. And I don't know what kind of false history that was based on. But it was wrong. My sources were not reliable there. So I sauntered over like John Wayne, but less heroic and less sauntery. And I took the wheel. I'm referring to the tiny plastic wheel that the Wii remote fits into. And we were off. Actually, she was off. I was trying to figure out which button would make my car go. Eventually I did. Just messing around. Obviously I know it's 1. A. Directional arrow forward. L46, that's not a button. 2. It's 2. Just kidding, I knew it was 2 the whole time, just joshing. And I had forgotten just how atrocious I am at that game in particular. And suddenly all of these repressed memories of me playing the game at my grandparents' beach house and getting beaten by all of my cousins on a Super Nintendo came flooding back, like a flood of memories. I literally couldn't stay on the road. I mean, it looked like Luigi had had a little too much fun that night, if you know what I'm saying, before he jumped on his mock bike. And then somehow I hit every banana peel that has ever been dropped in the history of Mario Kart. And I had ink splashed all over my screen and I couldn't see anything always. And there were just turtle shells flying left and right and all hitting me somehow. I mean, it was rough. And eventually I stopped playing it off as me just kidding around. And I said, yeah, I'm bad at this. I'm gonna be honest, I'm really bad. I mean, I couldn't be farther from knowing what to do well here. If this were real life, Luigi would not have any sponsors. He would not have qualified to be in this mushroom cup. And he'd probably be severely depressed at his lack of success, and most likely cited for reckless driving at this point. But you're good. You here are good at this. And I guess that might be the lesson here. You can't be great at everything. In fact, there might be several things that you're terrible at. But don't let those bother you, because you have your talents, and if you haven't found them yet, you will. So instead of getting angry, why not support the people who do well what you cannot do well? And own up to the fact that you're not a perfect human being, because nobody is. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go find a giant stone crocodile to fight in real life, just to see if I do better than I did in the game. And, you know, to kind of physically conquer my greatest fear. Exposure therapy is the technical term, I think. I'll catch you later.